All right, we got goodies. Hey guys, welcome back to Bad Luck Garage. It has been a very, very, very long week, okay? Just work, 12 hours a day. I've actually had to work some nights, and I have worked all this weekend. But I wanted to bring you guys an update, kind of let you know about what's going on with the Nova project and some updates on the turbo kit I had for sale, things like that. I know if you're one of my regular subscribers, you probably saw the video I put out a couple days ago, you know, just showing how to fix the oil pressure sending unit on Chevy trucks, SUVs, things like that. And you're probably thinking, what is going on? But what was going on with that is I'd had that issue. It's a real common issue. And if you guys look through, you'll see from time to time, I'll put out some just regular how-to videos. I'm not switching venues. It's just something I kind of do on the side to help people out who may be having problems but aren't necessarily into the hot rod stuff. Anyway, on with what I was just talking about. I want to give you guys a little update on the turbo kit, and it was actually I thought it was a pretty cool story, so I kind of wanted to share with you guys what happened with the turbo kit. So when I first started talking about selling the turbo kit, the very first person, I've had a lot of you guys reach out to me, wanted me to ship the kit, asked to buy it, but the very first person who ever reached out to me was a guy, and I hope I pronounce his last name right, a guy named Dustin Cheshire? I'm sorry, man, Chesner. Maybe it's Chesner. I'm sorry, Dustin. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm horrible with pronunciations, you know, redneck guy. I don't get it sometimes. But anyway, he had reached out to me. He was the very first person, like he was emailing me, messaging me, hitting me up in the comment, you know, he wanted this turbo kit. And I told him, you know, I was going to try to sell it local because this thing just had so many parts, I didn't want to ship it. Well, 2 weeks later, I mean, he'd still been talking to me on and off through Messenger, and this guy wasn't taking no for an answer, guys. So he actually calls me at work, or he had messaged me, and I sent him my phone number, and he was texting me at work, and he's like, hey man, I got somebody coming to pick the kit up. Now the funny thing is, you guys know I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee. This guy lives all the way in Texas, West Texas. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to give out details of what town or, you know, whatever, because I'm sure he wouldn't appreciate that. But I did ask to use his name, though. So anyway, he actually had a buddy that was on the East Coast. He does something with like custom car work, some kind of customization business that he owns. But he just happened to be on the East Coast. So this guy had to drive right through Knoxville on his way back to Texas. So he actually swung by here, picked up the turbo kit, paid me for it, and Dustin sent me an email and pictures. He actually posted up, if you guys are on the Bad Luck Garage group page, Dustin actually made a post about it, and he had put the kit all together in his driveway there. So that's cool. The turbo kit is sold. It is actually all the way across the country now. But what is really cool, I think, is you guys should check his channel out. I will put a link to his YouTube channel in the description here. It's, you know, he doesn't have a whole lot on there right now, but what he does have, his current project, is he has taken a C10 and put it on an all-wheel drive Cadillac Escalade frame. So he's, you know, with a 5.3 liter. So essentially he's got an all-wheel drive C10, guys, and that's what that turbo kit's going on. So I'm actually real excited to see how that ends up, because all-wheel drive launch with a good converter, that thing's going to be hard to touch in the quarter mile or especially in the eighth mile. So, you know, like I said, I'll put the link to his channel in the description. It's something I'm going to be keeping up with because I think it's a really cool project. If you guys are into that, you want to see what happened to the turbo kit that we built, you might want to check it out too. On to the Nova. You guys may realize, of course, from the title, we got all the parts in for the Nova. I'm going to be unboxing them in a minute, and you know, showing you what we got going on with that. I have not pulled the engine out of the truck yet. We are supposed to go on vacation. This is my plan, guys. My wife and I and the kids are supposed to be going on a vacation. It's actually a 2-part vacation. For the first 4 or 5 days, we're going to be staying in Pigeon Forge, and then we're going to be going from there, and we're going to be going to Myrtle Beach. Well, Pigeon Forge is only, you know, 40 minutes from home here, and I have not had time because of my job to get a lot done on the truck. This garage needs to be straightened out because I'm going to need room to work on the Nova in the garage, so that I'm not, you know, my videos and the progress on the Nova aren't dependent on the weather. So because I've had to be, you know, working so much at work, what I've decided to do is my wife and my youngest daughter are actually going to go ahead and go to Pigeon Forge without me. This will be next week. They're going to go ahead and go without me and hang out with relatives that are up there that we're supposed to be staying with. I'm going to stay here, try to get the engine and transmission and everything pulled out of Project Steppenwolf, and go ahead and get it cleaned up, maybe do a video for sale, do a walk around, talk about, you know, all the aftermarket stuff that's on the truck, what's staying with it, determine a price, what I want for it. I know I've got 2 of you from out of state, ironically both of you from Pennsylvania, that have you know, both expressed interest in getting the truck as a roller. So hopefully next weekend, you know, we'll get that all discussed, figure out what I'm wanting for it. If that's something you guys are wanting, then, you know, maybe we can make that happen. I also want to go ahead and get the Nova over here, do a video on it. And before I do this parts unboxing, I'm just going to go ahead and take you over to my board here and show you the plans that I have for the Nova. All right, guys, so we've got big plans for this Nova. It's actually my uncle's Nova. For those of you who haven't seen the video where I introduced it, I'll just put a picture of it up here now. I have named this the DR Nova, and the DR is actually, I thought it would look cool because it's like Dr. Nova, but what it actually stands for is my uncle, it's his Nova, and his name is Daryl Ray. So I thought DR Nova was a cool name for the project. It is a 73 Nova hatchback. It currently has a 307 and a turbo 350 transmission. Of course, that's not staying in there. Ray wants me, my Uncle Ray, he wants me to, first we're going to do some work to the suspension just a little bit, and we're going to upgrade the brakes on it, which is always a good idea. Honestly, I wish I would have done that first on the C10 because, yeah, that thing's scary. Slowing down from triple digits, it's real scary. But anyway, so that's going to be the first stage of the project. I'm going to be putting all new weather stripping on the doors and the hatch. It is a hatchback. We're going to be doing a disc brake upgrade to the front end and putting some new front springs in it. I think he said that whoever had it before him actually heated the front springs, which is never a good idea, but they heated them up to lower the car. I'm not sure if anything's been done to the rear leaf springs. So once we get the front springs in, if the car's not sitting the way that he wants it or that I feel is correct, then we may be doing the springs on the back as well. Then the fun starts, because what we're going to do is I'm going to give this thing a full tune-up on the 307, which admittedly is not very fast. It does seem to have some kind of cam in it. I don't know who would put a cam in a 307. One of you guys actually made a comment about that. Who the hell puts a cam in a 307, right? But it does have some kind of cam in it, but it's not very fast, but it does seem to run okay. It's smoking a little bit. I think it's fuel smoke. The carburetor's loading up at idle, so I'm going to adjust all that. Luckily, you know, I'm 41 years old. I grew up playing with carburetors, so shouldn't be a big deal. So we're going to get we're going to do a tune-up. We're going to go a couple stages colder on the plugs, and you guys know what that means. We're going to be installing a nitrous system on this 307. This is just for fun, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a nitrous kit on it. We're going to start at 100 horsepower shot. We're going to take this thing to the drag strip, have some fun, see how much nitrous we can throw at that little 307. I've got jets for a 100 shot, I think a 200 shot, and a 250 shot. Oh, and a 150 shot. I've got jets for those as well. So we're going to be using an NX mainline kit that's laying around here. But anyway, it should be good for a good time, guys. And if this Nova makes it off the racetrack with a 250 shot through that little 307, I'm going to be really amazed. But definitely going to be a good time. So, oh yeah, we're gonna get some slicks. Ray's already said he wants to buy a set of steel wheels and some slicks to throw on the back for when he's at the drag strip. I do want to go over, before everybody gets too crazy, I do want to tell you the goals for this car. Now, the goals for this car are very similar to the goals that I had for Steppenwolf when I first started it. The difference is we're sticking to the plan this time, guys. We're not going to get sidetracked, any of that. Ray wants this car to be a daily driver. It's actually in pretty good shape. The interior has been completely redone. You're going to see it hopefully in the next couple videos. I'll have it over here. But, you know, the car's nice. So what he wants to do is he wants me to LS swap it. Now, here's the deal with that. He is most likely going to be buying the 6-liter with the Stage 3 Brian Tooley racing cam that is currently in the truck, if it is rebuildable. So as soon as we get it out, I'm going to do a video where we tear that engine down, see what happened to it, you know, what caused the failure. Pretty sure I already know what it is, but anyway, we're going to do that. If it's rebuildable, what I'd like to do is throw some LS2/LQ9 pistons in it to bump the compression up just a little bit. You know, replace anything else that needs replaced. Hopefully the cylinder walls are okay. We can just hone them, put new rings in it, throw it back together, and have a good engine for Ray. That being said, Ray is not looking for a super fast hot rod. Ray wants basically a 12-second car. He would probably be happy with a 13-second car, but I got a feeling when we put, you know, this 6.0, this cam 6.0, bump the compression up, put it in that little 3,100 pound Nova, I got a feeling this thing's going to be a 12-second car, no problem. I mean, without any boost, any gas, anything, this thing ought to rip pretty good. We are most likely going to be putting a little bit higher stall converter. We're not going to be spending a bunch of money on a very high stall converter. What I'm looking at is more like a factory spec 2400 to 2800. I know there's a company on eBay that sells restalled stock converters for the 4L80. They're only rated to like 450 or 500 horsepower or something like that. But that's fine for what we're going to use it for. But the restall, they're supposed to stall between 24 and 2800, something like that. Now, compared to the current converter that's in it that only stalls to about 1700, I think that's going to do fine. And this Nova weighs 1,000 pounds less than that truck. And, you know, that truck did pretty good, even all motor, I mean, for a daily. But we're also going to be installing vintage air, heat, and air in this car. So, like I said, he wants a daily driver, guys. He wants to be able to take this thing, drive it 200 miles if he wants to, and it be reliable, but still be fun. So that's what we're going to build for him. That's the plan. I'm starting to make a list of parts that we're going to need for the swap, because we're going to go ahead and start gathering them. The parts, or the swap, will be done over the winter. That's when I've got the most time to work on things, because, you know, for those of you who don't know, I do pest control. So during the summer, my job is mortal hell, like it has been lately. But during the winter, you know, that's when I get more work done, and generally when you see more videos from me. So anyway, now that I've kind of explained the project, let's get to unboxing the parts we got. I've already opened some of it, so we're just going to go through what we got. We got all the little rubber bumpers. This is for the doors, hood, the hatch, all that. We got, this is actually the cowl seal that goes at the back of the hood. We've got the hatchback seal, and we've got all the door seals. So now this is all all these parts are for a 73 or 74 Nova hatchback. I'm actually going to put a link to these parts in the description of this video. So, you know, if you guys have a similar project, you know, you'll know where I got this stuff. Next thing, since we are doing a disc brake conversion for the front, you have to change out your proportioning valve. So I got this disc drum proportioning valve. Of course, if in the future, if I talk him into upgrading the rear to discs as well, then, you know, I think we'll have to change this out again. But anyway, this was only like 30 bucks, guys. So that was actually a pretty good deal on that. It's chrome plated and everything. So I'll put the link to that in the description. Now, the front springs, Ray and I kind of went back and forth on this, and in the end he decided he just wanted stock ride height on this car. And the reason for that is, you know, he wants to have plenty of suspension travel. He wants it to ride good and everything. So we decided against going with any like really high performance suspension parts. No polyurethane bushings or you know, stiffer, shorter springs or anything like that. So all this is, these are Moog springs. These were, I think, $65, and these are just the stock springs for a 73, 74 Nova. Actually, I think it's for a what is it, 69 through 74 Nova. But anyway, I said these were like 65 bucks. Link in the description. Now, we're getting into the good stuff, guys. I have not opened this yet. These two boxes are supposed to contain all the disc brake conversion parts. So I actually do need to go through this, see what all's in here. Let's get started. Make this easy on me and just scoot both boxes over. Pull out the handy dandy pocket knife. I feel like I need some music, but I also feel like if I use some music, it'll get my YouTube channel shut off. Alrighty. Now, I'm seeing this for the first time just like you guys, so no bubble wrap here. Wow, this is weird. I've never really seen anything packaged like this. It's like shredded cardboard or something. Hopefully that means nothing's beat up. Now, I'm not sure if one side is for the right and the other box is for the left, but if I get in here and it seems like this is all one side, then we won't bother opening the other box yet. And I think that's what's going on, guys. Well, I don't know. All right, now already I'm surprised because the kit that I ordered, and this is from POL, guys, Performance Online. This is an eBay company, but I believe they have a website as well. But they do disc brake conversion kits for just a variety of different vehicles, including C10s. But anyway, I'm kind of surprised already because these front brake lines are the braided. I hope you guys can see that okay, but these are the braided brake lines, and I just paid for the kit with rubber lines. So already we got a little bonus here. I thought I was just getting rubber lines and ended up with braided. And it looks like everything is bolted together here. So what we got here, sorry guys, it's heavy. You know, when you do a disc brake conversion kit, you need to change your spindles. Now, I know I've seen some videos online where they say you can like grind or machine the drum brake spindles to fit, but for the price, like this whole kit was less than $400 shipped, guys. So, you know, when you're looking at upgrading, definitely there will be a link in the description to this kit. And you know, I'm going to show you how to put it on. And I'm actually going to be learning how to put it on myself because I've never done one of these. So it'll be a learning experience for all of us. But anyway, it comes with new spindles, comes with brand new calipers. It comes with this bracket to hold the calipers. Comes with the dust shield here, which of course this stuff isn't tight, but comes with a dust shield here. And here's the best part. It comes with drilled and slotted rotors. All right, comes with the new bearings, you know, all your everything's here, guys. The brake pads. Hopefully there will be some kind of instructions in here that tell what kind of brake pads these are. I'm assuming they would be the stock brake pads for a Nova that came with disc brakes, because that would make it way easier, you know, to buy replacements in the future in a parts store. But I know for $30 more, you could get the brake calipers powder coated in pretty much any color you want: red, black, silver. I asked Ray, you know, Ray's kind of like me, guys. He's more about, you know, well, on this anyway, he's more about the go when it comes to stuff like this. So he wasn't interested in getting, you know, the brake calipers powder coated. So we just got the regular cast iron finish here. I mean, all this stuff looks good. This is all brand new parts, guys. For $400 for all this, I mean, I don't know what else to say. You really can't beat it. But in here we've got you know, our dust seals and the cotter pins, the little clips to hold your brake lines up. I got my invoice right here. Now they did say there would be a parts list in one of these boxes, so it must be another box. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys, because all the hardware that you use, they've already kind of pre-assembled it here. This is awesome. I mean, for $400, and they even threw in the braided brake lines instead of just the factory looking rubber lines. So that's killer too, guys. Like, was not expecting that. I'm really excited about this Nova build. Been wanting to build one ever since I wrecked my Omega when I was 16, which has been a long time ago. So hopefully, I mean, I know a lot of you are probably going to be guys that came from you know, different forums, different Nova forums and pages. But you know, you guys that were here through the Turbo C10 build and the 55 Chevy or 54 Chevy and all that, I mean, I hope you guys end up enjoying this as much as me. And yeah, that's what it looks like. I think the only thing in this box is just the other side assembly. You know, we got our spindle and rotor and everything for the other side here. So yeah, it's like the rest of this is just packing material. This is awesome. This is awesome. I'm really glad that Ray decided to do some brake upgrades before we start throwing nitrous at this thing, and before we you know, before we put the 6.0 in especially. Tell me what you think in the comments below. But I'm thinking that just with the 6.0 and everything we're doing to it, I'm thinking this Nova is going to end up being faster with just the NA60 than it is with us throwing nitrous at the 307. But I'd like to hear your opinions on that. What do you think is going to be faster? The 307 with like 200 horsepower worth of nitrous sprayed on it, or the NA60, you know, with the LS2 pistons and the Brian Tooley Racing Stage 3 truck cam? I'd like to know what you guys think. Pretty much it, guys. I just kind of wanted to do a video, show you guys, you know, what the plans are for the DR Nova, and you know, what happened to the turbo kit. I thought that was a cool story, so I wanted to share it with you. Like, Dustin was not taking no for an answer. He was getting that turbo kit, you know, even if he had to send somebody up here to get it. And I thought that was great. But definitely check out his build on his channel. Link will be in the description. Link to all these parts will be in the description. So if you know, if you've got a Nova and you're wanting to do a disc brake conversion kit, like I said, that whole kit was less than $400 shipped. So in my opinion, that's a hell of a deal. You got the drilled and slotted rotors. I really thought I was getting rubber brake lines, but it came with the braided stainless steel brake lines and everything. All new hardware, everything. Hopefully it'll be pretty much a breeze to get that in. I'm sure the parts that are on it are going to be a little bit of a pain to get off, because they've been on there since well, before I was born, because I was born in '77 and that Nova's a 73. But it's going to be fun, guys. Stick around for it. If you haven't subscribed, if this is something you're interested in, be sure and click that subscribe button. Also click on that little notification bell. If you are subscribed, thank you, guys. Thanks for everybody that stuck around for the last year and a half from the beginning, and hope you'll stick around for another year and a half. But even my current subscribers, if you haven't clicked that little notification bell, you do need to click on that if you want to be notified. If you don't want to be notified when I put a new video out, you just kind of want to wait till you search. Completely understand that. I don't like getting a bunch of emails either, but I do now because I'm on YouTube. But anyway, it's Sunday now. It's pretty late at night. I probably won't get this video up till Monday, but you know, got to get up early and do the whole work week thing again, guys. But I will do my best to get you another update really soon. We need to get this engine apart, see what's wrong with it. I know some of you guys have been waiting for over a month to find that out. So anyway, get off YouTube, get out in the garage, get something done, and I will see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.